would be a great platform for all of our programs.
In the future, is this something to be televised live as you launch a new network, or are you looking at gymnastics as something that will be taped delayed and shown later whenever there's time?
You know, we're working on the exact programming plan right now, but one of the things I'm most excited about is we're going to have over 700 Olympic sports events on the network. So we're going to be able to treat a lot of our important sports with a breadth and depth that fans have never seen before. And certainly gymnastics, from my perspective, is going to be a high priority because it's a sport that we excel in. We've got storied programs like here in Utah, and it'll show well on TV. So we don't have an exact number yet of number of showings or exactly what the format's going to be, but we think it's a great television sport. Obviously it does well, around the Olympics and all that. We want to showcase it. So I imagine it's going to be a high priority sport for us.
Any developments with the TV that you can fill us in how that's going?
Most of the significant developments are all internal right now in terms of building up our team and our staff and getting our studios ready. It's going exceedingly well. Very happy with the team that we've put together, some very seasoned veterans of the television business and people that have been through startups, importantly as well, because this is a very ambitious timetable that we've got for launching this August. Having only announced that we were doing it last summer, but fortunately that was twinned with having national distribution deals with the cable operators. So the key things we're working on right now are continuing to build out our team, figuring out the programming mix, figuring out how we're actually going to produce 850 events, from all the campuses. So we've had kind of SWAT teams of people out on the campuses trying to figure out ways that we're going to be able to broadcast efficiently. And of course we've got ongoing discussions with other distributors and advertisers and things like that. Those are the major buckets we're working on, but I'm very pleased with the way everything's developing, and I think it's going to be a big success.
The one thing here everyone obsesses over is the relationship with DirecTV, because it's gone so poorly multiple times with different teams here. There are a lot of people who are just sure you can't possibly have it ironed out with them by Labor Day.
Well, I'm not going to make a prediction because it's not something you completely control. Obviously it's a negotiation. There has to be willingness on both sides. But we really studied other models very carefully before we decided how we were going to go about doing our TV network. You'll notice some real differences between what we've done and what the Big Ten's done and Mountain and others. The fact that we've got 35 football games on our network, we've got some first selections, 125 men's basketball games. We've got a lot of must-have, we think, programming that's going to be on the network, and we think we've got a very distributor-friendly model with the local networks, the regional networks, as well as the national. So I'm quietly confident that we'll be successful, but can't guarantee it at this stage.
Is pretty much everything in football going to be the 12-day window, or will you pre-designate some games?
The first 3 weeks of the season we're going to decide early. I think in June we pick the first 3 weeks of the season. So we're going through a process right now with ESPN and Fox, deciding what games are going to be on each of the three networks. We've got this kind of draft process that we go through. So we started that in June. At the latest, we'll be announcing the first 3 weeks of the year. Then after that, it is on a 12-day, occasionally a 6-day selection process.
Commissioner, how do you feel so far about the expansion? How do you think it's gone pretty smoothly? And
it's gone extremely smoothly. The integration with the campuses and the way people are working together has been pretty seamless. So we've been happy to have not had any significant issues. It's been a lot of work that's had to go in behind the scenes to figure out schedules and how the new formats would work for our competitions. But yeah, we're gluttons for punishment. Now we're laying on top of that some scheduling with the Big Ten and others and other sports. So it's obviously gone smoothly.
yeah.
We're happy with it, and there've been very few bumps in the road.
Were there any unintended benefits that you saw, or anything that you didn't anticipate, and sort of?
I'd say the thing that has really impressed me that I didn't fully appreciate when we went through the expansion was the impact being part of the Pac-12 would have beyond athletics on on the academic side. I mean, the feedback that we've gotten from faculty and the level of enthusiasm we've got amongst our schools wanting to meet and talk about collaboration in different areas has been pretty tremendous. In fact, we were here several weeks ago for the Front Porch Summit where our provost met for the first time ever here on campus to talk about collaboration. CFOs are meeting, deans of arts and sciences are meeting, chief technology officers are meeting, development officers are meeting, and there have been some meetings in the past, but it's really picked up steam. There's a level of enthusiasm about the conference. I think Utah and Colorado have brought a lot of energy and enthusiasm to it being new, and that's been great. It's really been appreciated by all of our schools. So I think the impact beyond athletics has been the extra benefit we didn't necessarily anticipate.
Competitively in various sports, has Utah fit in about the way you thought they might?
You know, it's always hard to predict, but one of the reasons Utah and Colorado were chosen is, you know, both schools have a broad-based commitment to sports, a lot of different sports, strive for excellence across the board. We knew Utah's got a strong history in football, and we thought they'd be competitive right away, and sure enough, they were. Right down to the end, they could have been the Pac-12 South champs. In the case of Colorado, just to see the excitement they had to come through in basketball the way they did, to win the conference tournament and go on and win a game at the NCAA tournament was great. I mean, they were very excited about that, felt that they were really making a contribution early on. So yeah, I think it's been a good fit across the board.
You mentioned scheduling with the Big Ten, and the football's getting all the press. Is there going to be more rolling through the other sports?
Correct, yes. It's the collaboration, the strategy behind the collaboration is broad-based, including football, basketball, and many other sports. We're in the early days of figuring out how those schedules will work, but it's expected that we'll start seeing competitions as early as the 2013-14 season in different sports. I know basketball, men's basketball is one that could start that early.
They've had in the past challenges with the Big East and the ACC. Those leagues have kind of rotated around.
Yes.
So are you looking at having something every year with the Big Ten and men's basketball?
That's the goal, but we do have to be respectful of the fact they do have a few more years left on the ACC Big Ten Challenge. We're currently free of an interconference alignment like that. We had one with the Big 12, was the Hardwood Series. We let that expire knowing we were going to 12 and that we wanted to look at it with a fresh set of eyes. So yeah, we'll walk before we run, and it's something that can build over time.
Any other questions?
Any predictions tonight?
Predictions? No.
I noticed you're wearing black.
I
so.
try to stay away from that, even when it's a sport I know really well.